Alright, hi guys, carrying on with this battery drill charger unit that I'm making up at the moment. I have just started doing some basic work here. Now, I mentioned before that this is the drill. I've already taken it apart, so it's a bit... yeah. So I've already taken this apart and thrown away all the NiCads that were contained inside because they were just terrible condition. So what I've done is I've quickly soldered together 4 of these 18650s. The soldering is fine as long as you're quick, as long as you don't get too much temperature involved. You can get away with soldering on. I've wrapped them together with a bit of Kapton tape and put the terminals back on. Not easy to solder. I'm just going to have to redo this one. Obviously I've just I gave up with this one because it was quite difficult, and I also would need to put on the charging port connector. So what I'm going to do now is just get this more up and running and ready, and I'm also going to take the case here and notch out a little bit there and add a connector. Let me just go get that connector. So the connector I'm going to add in is one of these XT60s. So I'm going to set one of these XT60s onto the battery pack. I'm just going to notch it out and put it in here so that the battery is directly connected, and I'll have one of these on the end of the charging circuit so that when I plug these together it can run the current limited output and charge through this connection itself. And the charging module I'm going to use is not this one. Picked up the wrong one. One second. So the charging module I'm going to use is this one. This is voltage, current and current limiting module. Very useful actually. So you can set the maximum voltage, you can set the maximum charge current and a current where it trips an OK, which will signify that the battery is charged. So it's a good wee module. So between these PCs and this horribly burnt and damaged battery, again this had some serious failures with the NiCads. So between all of these, I'm just going to put them together and see how we can get on with building this circuit up. So I'm just going to complete this section at the moment. That's get this battery intact with charging capability, i.e. a connector, and just get this ready to go as a pack, and then I'll work on the charging circuit. As an example, I already have another one of these batteries that's in use. Let me just go and get that for you. Okay, so here's the battery that I've got and already completed. Didn't really take too much care over this. Really visually it wasn't that worrying to me. But I have here one of these XT60s arrow-dated in. That's solid, it's not going anywhere. And basically the batteries are in there. So that's just as far as I'm going to take this today. I'm literally just going to get this second battery operational. This one's already working and I've already charged it through a different charger. Let me just show you. Okay, so here's the drill that the unit clips onto. It's not a high quality or expensive drill by any means. It's just a basic Black & Decker device. Nothing fancy, but this is how it's set up at the moment. This is how I will continue to use it basically. The NiCads on this thing because the NiCads were already not in very good condition, they were nearly useless. There was almost no performance out of them. You would charge them up and get probably, I don't know, half an hour in on very light duty, and there'd be no torque or anything left. This battery is already outperforming those, and it's basically 4 of these inside. It's exactly the same as I'm going to build here, and it works really well. And and there is plenty of torque that's available for here. So if we put that into like a clutch type mode, there's plenty there, and there is no way I can stop that from turning. Even on the final clutch, it's very strong, very powerful. It's in high torque mode, and in the high speed mode it's just as good. So yeah, this battery pack seems to do well. I've got 2 of these drills, very slightly different models. One's got more torque. This one has a hammer function. This one has a hammer function, which the other one doesn't. So, you know, I want to resurrect these if I can, because they are very useful pair of drills. So, alright guys, here's a wee update. So I've put both connectors onto this battery pack. I've not bothered to shrink sleeve them or anything at the moment. They're going to be pretty safe inside. I've capped on taped the pack up, so making that pretty secure. So this is basically going to be the entire contents of the battery pack going forward. So the next stage for this project is to effectively place that pack inside there safely, get it stuck down inside the pack, get this up inside the sleeve again, and notch out, I think it was notched out at this end, notch out a space for this connector to sit. So I'll do that now. Okay, so just a wee update on the progress. I've notched out this connector. I made it too big. I was using the wrong half of this as the example, so it's a bit rotten, but time to stick it in place, get some araldite on the go, and we'll carry on in a few minutes. Alright folks, so here's the first battery that I made, the 4 series lithium ion. This is battery number 2, funnily enough. That's that one there. Here's the second one I'll be working on today. So it's a bit botchy, but my finishing skills have never been the best, and I'll freely admit that. So looking at this now, we've got the araldite here. It's still slightly soft, so I'm just going to try to clean that up in a wee minute. But basically, the batteries are now araldited in at the bottom, and they're held in with glue gun as well, so it's going to be able to secure itself. The connector in here, I've used a tiny little bit of araldite in there to hold that up in place. So we have what appears to be a fully functional battery. So we clip that on there, and even though it's not been charged, it's not got the best of power, but it does have some power there. You see the batteries are pretty flat. Not a problem. They've not been charged in quite some time. So I'm going to take these batteries and run them onto the charger, which I'm now going to build. Thanks very much for watching this battery module building video. Hopefully these 2 batteries will now give me better functionality than I previously had with the dead nickel cadmium batteries. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, come back, and there'll be some more soon.